vlog that I'm filming with the dishwasher going. Sorry about that. Let's unwrap, because Nolan just spilt water all over this. Look at my new glasses. What do you guys think? I'm getting into trends 3 years after they've begun. 3 years after I decided to hop on the trend of round glasses. I don't know if they suit me or not. I had to get new glasses. Granola, stop. Get a toy, please. My hand is not a toy. Hi everyone, it's me, Jazz. I had to get new glasses, which I talk about in a vlog, which I will be posting in a couple of days as soon as the next round of the BookTube prize is announced. Probably on Easter Sunday, that vlog will go up. But I had to get new glasses because I've been having a twitch in my right eye for about 2 years. Because I've been buying crummy drugstore glasses. Anyway, it was a whole saga, which I talk a lot about in the vlog. So I won't revisit it here because today we're here to talk about the books that I'm going to be reading in April. I am really looking forward to April because things really start to calm down a bit in April at work. It's also a fun month because we have a couple of different readathons. There's the Clear Out Your TBR readathon that is hosted by Katie over at Books and Things. Sorry, my dishwasher is running in the background, I just realized. So for the Clear Out Your TBR book challenge, I'm not doing anything spectacular for that because every month I unwrap one of my wrapped books from my wrapped TBR, which I'm going to do again this month. So I kind of feel like every month I'm really trying to clear out my TBR, and April is a bit of a heavy month because of the Women's Prize. So I have decided that I'm going to do a bit of a TBR jar for the Women's Prize and the Carol Shields Prize books that I have, and pick a few for the month of April. It's also Trans Girl April, so I have a pick for that. In addition, it's People April, which there are a couple of memoirs that I'm really wanting to get to, so I'll talk about those in a moment. And then finally, I don't know yet, but I'm going to be finding out in the next couple of days if the random selection tool on the software that's used for the BookTube Prize judges selects me as a judge for the next round. I don't know yet. So that's going to potentially throw a wrench in my plans with this TBR for the month of April. I think in terms of commitments, I'm definitely going to read my pick for Trans Girl April, and I'm definitely going to read at least one of the memoirs that I have chosen and the Women's Prize books. And then from there, I'm going to have to take it as it comes, so to speak. So the Trans Girl April readathon is happening again this year, despite the fact that Kevy, who is the creator and host of Trans Girl April, is not gonna be able to do as much as normal as last year, but really had asked in the announcement video, which I'll leave in the description box below, for us to really keep the tradition alive. Last year for Trans Girl April, I read Nevada by Imogen Binnie, and I really, really enjoyed that novel. This year, and it kind of combines with People April, I'm going to be reading finally, Page Boy by Elliot Page. So this is a great selection also for People April, which is happening again this year and is hosted by Roz at Scally Dandling About the Books and Elizabeth at Bookins Books. I will leave the announcement videos for these book challenges in the description box below as usual. So this is the story of Elliot Page and his experiences transitioning. So I know that this is going to talk about his experience also in Hollywood because he started as a child actor in Nova Scotia on a television show that was filmed in and around Nova Scotia. I remember that. And it does say that he navigated criticism and abuse from some of the most powerful people in Hollywood, a past that snapped at his heels in a society dead set on forcing him into a binary. So this is going to be a wonderful read. I know a few people have read it and talked very highly of it in the BookTube community and also friends of mine, so I'm very much committed to reading Page Boy. very much looking forward to it as well. Another memoir that I picked up that I'm hoping to get to in People April is Superfan by Jen Sookfong Lee. Jen Sookfong Lee is, I think, the chair judge of the Carol Shields Prize this year. So one of my viewers mentioned in the comments that they really liked this, and I think it might have been MJ in Canada. So if that was you, if it was someone else, I apologize. I can't recall exactly, but I think it was. It's been recommended to me by one of my viewers, so I did pick it up in the bookstore, and yeah, I'm just curious to see who she is, and since she has a memoir out, and since it's People April, it seemed to be a good fit. It says, in this sharply observed and beautifully intimate memoir in pieces, Jen turns her love affair with pop culture into a revelatory lens to explore family, identity, belonging, grief, and the power of female rage. So it actually sounds really interesting, and yeah, I think it's a good choice. The other memoir that I'd really love to get to if I had access to it, if it comes in, I've requested at the library, is the Safiya Sinclair memoir, How to Save Babylon, which has just been announced as being listed on the short list for the Women's Prize for Nonfiction. I've been wanting to read this since last year, but haven't gotten to it, and I'm really hoping to. It's the memoir of a young woman growing up Rastafari and her relationship with her father. I think it's a tough read in some ways, but I've heard that it's very beautifully written and would really like to get to it if I could. So those are the memoirs that People April picks. Let's unwrap the book that I got number 4 for the book from my wrapped TBR. So we'll see what that is. Hopefully the book isn't destroyed. He got it all wet and destroyed this beautiful paper because he's being a jerk. Oh boy, okay. Hey, A Girl Story by Annie Ernaux. That is a good selection for People April as well, because it is, I believe, biographical. She is the Nobel Prize winner for 2022, and I kept saying I wanted to read some of her work. I think she looks back on her 18-year-old self, and I do think that it deals with some kind of exploitation of her young self by a man. Might be a bit of a hard read, but it's one that I was meaning to get to and wanting to get to. So that's great. It fits in very well with the themes of the month. Fantastic. For our book club, I'm very excited because we're going to be reading The Heaven and Earth Grocery Store by James McBride. This will be my first time reading a book by James McBride. I do have Deacon King Kong on my shelf, but have never gotten around to reading it. So I'm very much looking forward to it. Heaven and Earth Grocery Store is, I talked about it as being one of those books that I missed out on, a FOMO book from last year. So I'm happy. I was really happy when the book club sort of came to an agreement on that one. So the book apparently opens with the discovery of a skeleton in a well, and then flashes back to explore the connection to this town's Black and Jewish immigrant history. Other than that, I don't really know that much more about it. Like, ostensibly, it's a mystery about who the bones belong to, but I think it's also an opportunity to explore the relationship between Black people and Jewish people in this community. I'm not sure. I haven't really paid close attention to too many of the reviews because I knew I was going to read it, and I didn't want to know too much about it going in. So very excited that that's the pick for our book club. I'm very happy about this. I haven't started it yet. It's very hard to get a copy of this book. So I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to get a copy of it so that I can read it in time for our book club, because our book club does meet very early in the month. So I only have like a week, I think, to read that book. So I'm going to have to find it soon. And then we have the Carol Shields Prize and the Women's Prize books. In my vlog, which I'll be posting, I did pick up some of these books when I went to Ottawa and I went book shopping. So I'm going to be revealing the books that I got for the Women's Prize now, but you can also enjoy watching my experience shopping for them in that video when it comes out. First one that I managed to get my hands on is Ordinary Human Failings by Meghan Nolan, which I'm so excited for. You guys know I almost never buy a hard copy, and here it is. I bought the hard copy because I love this cover. I also got a copy of Soldier Sailor by Claire Kilroy, which I've been hearing really fantastic things about, so that's an option. I picked up Nightbloom from the library, so that's an option. I also have The Wren. The Wren has come in on reserve from the library. I have Chrysalis, this book of short stories that is on the long list for the Carol Shields Prize, and it won the Governor General's Award, so I'd love to get to that. And I have Brotherless Night, which I keep hearing amazing things about. So I know I'm not going to be able to read all 6 of them, as well as whatever I get assigned for the BookTube prize. So I'm going to write them names down. I'm going to write them names down, put them in a jar, and we're going to pull 4 of them. Okay? And then we'll see what we get. We'll see. I'll just write down the Wren, because that one's at the library. I'm also assuming that I'm going to be able to renew these. Ha ha ha. We've got the Wren. That's going in. Okay, you guys, so there we go. Everything's in there. Everything's in there. And we're going to pull out 4, okay? 4. Is 4 too many? Wait, 1, 2, 3. No, 4 is good. 4 is a good number. Okay. So the first one is, oh, everybody will be pleased. The first one is Soldier Sailor. All right. So Soldier Sailor is going in. Oh, wow. Okay, that's exciting. Next up, oh, do I need to say what all of these are about? Soldier Sailor is about a woman who is writing a letter to her newborn son, and I think it's supposed to be very depressing and really portrays motherhood and all of its dreadful glory. Okay, next one. Oh, I picked 2. Ah, Nightbloom. That's a good thing because it's from the library. So that's a good thing. So Nightbloom by Peace Adzo Medzie. This is about 2 sisters growing up in Ghana, and then they become estranged from each other. I don't really know too much more than that. That's exciting. Dang, Meghan Nolan, the one I most want to get to. Come on, rooting for it. Yeah, I didn't do that on purpose, you guys. I swear to God. I swear I didn't do that on purpose. It's just the universe listens to me, I think. Ordinary Human Failings. Yes! I'm so excited to read this. Which is kind of strange to say because I think it's very dark. I think it's about a child who is murdered and then about this very dysfunctional family coming from Ireland. But I don't know too much. Don't tell me anything. Okay, and the last one from our prize jar. This is what we're going to do in May too. I don't know if I'll change it once I know what the shortlists are done. Oh, amazing. I'm so happy. Brotherless Night. Amazing. I'm so happy. Amazing. I'm so happy. I really wanted to read Brotherless Night. I've been hearing such amazing things about it. It's set in Sri Lanka during the war, and I think it's about a woman who wants to be a doctor. 16-year-old Sashi wants to become a doctor, yeah. And it's set starting in 1981. I think it's supposed to be really sad. Wow, so those are the 4 books I'm hoping to get to for the Women's Prize / Carol Shields Prize, because this one is on both lists. Exciting, I'm excited. The 2 Irish ones that I wanted to get to. Okay, I'm really excited about this TBR. It's looking fantastic. Very stoked for this TBR. It's going to be a fantastic reading month. If I can get my hands on How to Say Babylon, it's going to be an amazing reading month. I'm going to skip the TBR spin selection this month. I have too much to read, and I don't know yet if I'm going to be selected as a judge for the next round of the BookTube prize, so that makes it even more potentially complicated. If I am selected, and there's a good possibility, I will film a separate video with the books for the next round. I'm also gonna film a video with the reviews of the books that I read for the Octo finals, my thoughts on them, the way I ranked them, and I have a reading vlog that I filmed over the past week that's gonna be going up soon. So plenty of content coming your way. Thanks everyone for watching. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Can you get off me? As soon as the next round of the BookTube prize is announced, I will be able to post that vlog. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and can you stop biting me? Is it possible at all? I think specifically, and also some biographical aspects, because it is a memoir. I'm sure that he's going to have written also about his experiences as a child actor, because I know that